Hey all. Whoops. I just realized that I left a bunch of crap on the desktop. Sorry for looking like a slob. It's too hot to concentrate today. That is my official excuse, and I'm standing by it. Yeah, hi. My name is Scott. This is a stream all about fixing things. More specifically, this stream is about working on ScumVM, which is an engine for playing old games on new systems, and adding support for Macromedia Director, which is a multimedia player that was very popular from the early 90s all the way up to the early 2000s or thereabouts. Yep, so I was kind of kicking around like several ideas. Hey Mad Moose, hey Baron One Kitty. Had like a few ideas of stuff to work on today, but then, it ended up being really hot and I didn't really think about it too much, so we're just gonna go back to the old standard. We're gonna consult the Oracle. We're gonna consult the Reg Grundy Oracle. So oh, I should check the audio levels, shouldn't I? That'd be the professional thing to do. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. Alright, so the way this works, there were thousands of director games made. Far too many for a single person to test. Or are there? Yes, there are, which is why we're using this. This is the patented random selection device. On it, there are 52 different director games, ranging from about 1996 and earlier. And yeah, we're basically going to spin the wheel and see how well each one of them works. And we also, because life is nothing without risk, we have 4 special slices on the wheel today. As usual, we have, in the reward slots, we have Time Gal, which is a lovely game by our friends at Taito, ported to the Macintosh, and Rodney's Wonder Window, which is also a lovely game. And once again, sitting here in the punishment slots, we have Star Warped and Pissed by our good friends at Parody Interactive. And we're lucky enough not to hit either of those yet, and I hope to keep it that way. So, we're gonna... No, Mad Moose. Fingers not crossed for Pissed. We're not going to play Pissed today. Alright. If only because that relies on a bunch of features which I haven't written yet, so that would actually mean doing work on this slacking off kind of day. Okay, already. We're off with a cracker, which looks to be entirely in Japanese. Let me just check the catalog to see exactly what that is. What was it? Hodo. All coverage, 1989 to 1995. Alright, well, cool. So, as usual, after we kind of like pick a choice in the wheel, like, obviously, I don't have a legit, I wouldn't have a copy of all these games. That would be absurd. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm checking a list of every single charity shop in Australia to see if one of them has a copy of this art book, I want to guess. A Japan-only art book for between 1989 and 1995. We'll see. You never know. Actually, what was the anglicized spelling? The charity shops tend to focus on that. Okay. Yep, I can tell this is gonna be it's gonna be a time because already I've lost. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. So I lost the web browser window, which was looking for the charity shop because I was looking in the terminals, where of course it's not going to be. That'd be ridiculous. Okay. It's not looking great. Basically, if I can't find the game. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a PDF. Okay, one last running jumping try, and then basically, yeah, if it's too, if I'm not able to find it at a charity shop, we just have to kind of mark it as a scratch and move on, which is looking like it may be the case here because I can't find a mention of it, but that's okay. This is all part of this is all part of the rich tapestry that is the director collection. Yep, sorry, we've cannot find this in the charity shops. So unfortunately, no, we're gonna have to go again. 52 titles, so many different things that it could potentially be. Another Japan title. Excellent. Okay, no, you know, let's not be discouraged. No, Japan was actually, yeah, like a very strong, yeah, a very strong market for director-based titles. Like a lot of, I guess, artists, independent shops made a bunch of very interesting things with director, assuming you can find them. That's kind of the, that's the rub. If you can't find it, then that might be a problem. Okay, grabbing the full title. Oh, well. It's looking like it might be another scratch. Because, yeah, I mean, normally I at least find like some evidence on the internet about exactly what they're talking about. With this, I just find pictures of notebooks. Because, you know, I'm guessing that that's just like a fairly generic name for a notebook brand. So again, sorry, Intelligent Note, another scratch, not at the charity shops. So what else we got? Come on, we've got to get one title. One title that isn't pissed, please. Critical Path. Alright. The name's a little generic for my liking, not gonna lie. But I've been surprised before by generic sounding names. They can often be a bounty of testable material. Oh. Also, I hope that we find it, because this would be... I'm not sure if we've had 3 scratches in a row before. Okay, alright. I think we might be in luck, and if this is the game that if this is the title I think it is, this is apparently an interactive movie with action sequences, which, I mean, you can do that in Director. Yeah, full motion video, Windows 3.1, and yes, luckily for us, the Save the Children in Albury Wodonga has a copy of this, so we will get that couriered right now. Okay, and while we wait for that to sort itself out, I guess I better like fill people in on the thing that I've been working on most recently, and it is just something that I've been putting off for freaking ages. Oh, Mad Moose asks, how did you choose the entries on the wheel? It's very hacky. What we have is, I can show you actually. If we go to videos, footage, lucky wheel, or just wheel? Yeah, just, oh no. Broadcasting wheel. So I have this this Python script here, which reads the it reads the game list from inside ScumVM, which is just a C file, it does a big ugly regex to figure out like all of the names of the games and all of the director versions that they used, and then it just picks 52 items at random, along with injecting the reward slots and the punishment slots, and then that gets put into, that gets dumped as JSON, which then my cobbled together Reg Grundy prize wheel reads in order to get the entries from that. So yeah, every time we do one of these streams, it is a fresh set of, it's a fresh set of selections with the ones that we previously have done crossed out, because otherwise, there'd be a lot of repeats, and repeats generally aren't good. But anyway, that's, so yeah, I should keep an eye on that. Oh, good. The charity shop reckons it's going to take a while. That's actually convenient for me. Okay, so the thing I've been working on, which I've been putting off for friggin' ages, is related to Directive 5. So one of the big things that they added in Directive version 5 is a little thing called extras. Now, the older versions of Director had this thing called X objects and X commands and X functions. Like the latter two, I think, are just tech that they borrowed from HyperCard, and X objects were kind of like, the standard technology for kind of getting extra script functions and such into the engine. However, in Directive 5, they decided, you know what, X objects, that's old news. No one wants X objects anymore. Just throw all those X objects away. And they made a brand new technology called extras. Notably, extras aren't just scripting anymore. You can make an extra for, I think D5 introduced extras for graphical filters and transition, like frame transitions, as well as scripting. But later on, they'll just go in and make extras for absolutely everything. Unfortunately for me, extras are written, they're written entirely in Microsoft COM, which is like it's a way of writing libraries where everything is kind of done in code. So there's no I don't know the best way of describing this, but yeah, essentially, yeah, it's like 1990s era component object model technology is the basis for extras, which generally means that there are no functions with fixed names. You just have like a small number saying like, to enumerate the extra, and that, you don't even get like those names. Those are pretty friggin' obscure. But so for the longest time, I was like, oh god, this is gonna take forever because it's not as easy as the X objects. Because X objects, they just have a bit in the file where it's like, okay, here's the big list of things that this library supports. Have at it. And more importantly, this is because like in ScumVM we have, like every time we have like an extension like this, we need to make it a code version of it. Like we need to port it to code. So to take the misery out of doing that, I wrote a dev tool here called director generate whatever stub. And you can see here, it generates a lot of boilerplate, because I was losing my mind writing this out by hand every single time I wanted to add a library. So what this does, or what this did, originally what this did was you just gave it like an X library and it would figure out what the, oh, Madman says, COM is just AVI stable, ref counted, C++ V tables. Yes, it is just sparkling V tables, but, like the annoying part is that, yeah, it's like to get the bits that I was interested in, you basically need to execute like x86 code, which is something that I did not want to do in Python. So it took me a little while, but then I've now written the equivalent of my stub generator, but for extras, which is something that I did not have before. And you can see here, it does a lot of lovely things. First, it reads like the exe, the portable executable header. Then it rips out all the code segments. Then it does this lovely regex here to find the assembly language which matches up. Hey, I'm going to push the message table into this function, and then once it finds that, it then, yeah, this is, as far as I can tell, this is how you figure out what the methods in the extra are. You look for this particular bit of x86 assembly language, where this is pointing to the words message table, and this is pointing to a big string full of stuff. And then, yeah, and then we can dump that out and have a little look. Do I have any? Yeah, I've got an example here. So yeah. The longest time I was basically just going like, longest time I was just like, oh, Director 5's too hard. I'm gonna have to like make extras work because everything uses freaking extras. But luckily, I don't have to worry about that until I fix the stub dumper, because there's no way I'm writing all those stubs by hand. And then last week I fixed the stub dumper because I hate myself. But now we can see here, if I try and dump one of these extras like Dear MMX, it generates the stubs and it properly gets the table out of the file. It does not do this. It only does this for the scripting ones, like the extras which do other stuff like filters and God knows what else. I have no idea how they work. I have not figured out what the trick is to figure out how to detect those, or to yeah, or how we're going to actually like integrate this in with the rest of the stack. That's a later problem for me. For now, I am just more keen in getting this sorted, which will allow us to start testing some other Director games. Goodness, yeah. So, unfortunately, it looks like the charity shop's going to be a little while. So, I guess we're now just going to continue working on. For now, yeah, let's just kind of keep working on the thing I was working on just up until the stream started, which is Gadget. So, later, in the stream, like months ago, I can't remember how many months ago, but one of the games we tested before release was a little ray of sunshine called Gadget Invention, Travel and Adventure, where the world was being destroyed by a comet, and you get contacted by scientist heartthrob Horselover to, I guess, be the chosen one that gets kind of... actually, you know what? I'm not going to spoil the ending in case you don't know what it is. But essentially, yeah, you're very special and you're handpicked to somehow, I don't know, represent the rest of humanity during this trisis. It only came like apparent to me when I was like doing the release process. There is another version of Gadget that is called Gadget Past as Future, and like it is special in that it's on 4 CDs. Like Gadget 1 Gadget 1 was only 1 CD, but somehow they managed to like get a publishing contract with Cryo Interactive, who would later on do a whole bunch of other FMV games, and they said, you know what, this deserves 4 CDs. So as far as I can tell, like what your additional 4 CDs get are like these lovely colorized cutscenes. Previously in the game, like the game had like a very kind of stylized look to it, where all of the kind of transitionary cutscenes like this were in black and white. Something which I sort of assumed was a stylistic choice, but I believe now in retrospect it was to keep the file sizes down. Whereas with this, like, look at this. This is Gadget how it was always meant to be experienced in beautiful 140p? Is that 140p? How many p is that? Gotta find out how many p that is. Well, that is... No, 272p. My mistake. Sorry. Sorry. Yes, Mad Moose. I know you're working on June, right? Like the stuff you're doing on June looks very, very, very cool. June was a Cryo game, right? Am I misremembering? Anyway, So, okay, anyway, so where we'd got to was I had just put, yeah, like I'd been putting, so yeah, we've got the stub generator now. I had put in quite a bit of the plumbing to make extras just work in general, but there are still like a few kind of teething problems that I am now working through. So one of the kind of pain points, which was kind of a bit dodgy, is that, what's it called? Yeah, so what do you call it? There is like, you can technically have X objects and extras which offer exactly the same features. And in this particular case, we have a very popular extra called File IO, which is used for, as the name might suggest, opening files, which is used by literally everything. And so we have like this API, which is made available by the XObject version. And now I've just added this API, which is added by the extra version. So there are now some new methods down here, which we didn't have originally. And like the main difference now is that like with the XObject version, when you were opening a file, you had to give the arguments to new. But now in the new version, you have to call open file to do that. So I can't remember where I was. Hang on. Let me run Gadget and see what the deal is. So we are going to be running this as gdb args scumvm gadget path debug flags lingo exec lingo strict xobj debug level 5. Oh wait, no. Okay, I missed the scumvm on that. But I'm hopeful that I'm very hopeful that this will actually be not too hard to sort out, because yeah, Gadget is like a Director 3 game. Like how much could they have wrecked? How much could they have like changed in the Director 5 version? Like this seems it seems like it would just be kind of like mini, tiny things we can brush away with just, hacks and that. So let's try starting it up. Okay, it crashes on startup. That's good. Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay. So we got to kind of, so I've already kind of hacked it in to look for extras, which it wasn't doing before. So now, as per the spec, it'll look for a folder called extras in the same thing and then try and load those as libraries. And we've loaded the file IO as an extra, which is nice. But the trick now is that we have to open a file. And I think that argument has changed, because like if we go back and look at in here. So this is the old syntax when you're opening it with new, and like the final one is file name or type, which is a string, which can be like any of these things. Whereas in the extra, it is now just a number. Yeah, there we go, int mode. So we could probably, I've already done like the work of splitting out the logic into something which is like previously it was all just crammed into new, but I've now split that out. So I think all I need to do here to make it work is rig this, and then so we'll just go option case 0 default let's do that, and then we'll just go switch mode option equals read break case 1 option equals write break. What were the other choices? Okay, so there's read, there's write, and there's append, and there's also both. That's lovely. We don't really support both at the moment. That seems kind of hard. So I'm gonna put in I got the numbers wrong. I think I'm gonna put in choices for 1 and 2, and I'm just gonna leave 0 as a fix me. Because yeah, like the mechanics of like both are gonna be like real messy. So if we just go default, actually no, if we go case 0, warning, mode not supported. Falling back to read. And already I've lost attention, so it is... Okay, 1 is read and 2 is write. What were the other things that we could potentially pick? Oh, select and read file type, or select and read file name. What does... Oh, select is like from the drop down. Yeah, okay, so we don't need to do that. We absolutely do not need to do that. I think that anyway, that's fine. Open name file, oh, maybe it's append. Maybe write as append. You know what? Let's just do it that way. If it nukes it, that's fine. We just need enough to make it work, and I'm pretty sure that we only need the read function to make that work. That's fine. Oh yeah, and while we're doing this, we'll just pick... I'll change the game to Gadget, because technically we're working on Gadget. I want to... Where... Edit stream info. Oh, there we go. Let's go Gadget. Gadget past is future. Oh, they don't have past is future. That's fine. We'll just pick old Gadget. Old Gadget does have some nice box art, so that's almost as good as new Gadget. Right. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got the tile screen. Did we just fix it? Do we just fix it now? Is it just gonna work? Oh no, it is not. It's not gonna work. Because well, it's asking for disk 1, but I've already kind of smash merged all the CDs together, so I don't know why it's like looking for. But yeah, okay, so that's going to be like the next sticking point. So because we've got 4 CDs, we've got to find a way of like making the weird CD-ROM detection work. All right. So what do we got? We've got... Oh, okay. I think this is just for... Yeah, this is creating the alert box with the wonderfully garbled message. To be fair, though, I don't actually know if... Like, I honestly don't know if the version of Gadget that I have is the English word version. It might actually be that I have the Japanese version and I've just set the... In which case, setting the locale should fix this nonsense right here. But more importantly, like, what is it trying to do to figure out what the CD is? I have a feeling I'm not going to like what it's doing. Okay, like DA12 exit frame. Oh, it's doing it in a frame handler too for extra sleaze. Okay, so it is fetching disk ID.txt. And it is... Okay, it's fixing disk ID.txt, and then it is checking file IO, and then I think it is trying to check to see if the CD is correct. I was really hoping it wouldn't be doing something like that. I was hoping it would just check to see if the file name, like... Because if we look at the... top level of Gadget, we see we've got this lovely... these files here, like just disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, disk 4. Whereas, oh yeah, okay. Oof. Don't know how we're gonna... Okay, so we're gonna have to like make a script patch, I think, for this, because I don't know how we fix this. Excuse me. Okay, we've got disk 4. That is this guy. Yeah, alright. So so clearly it's grabbing this file. It is then reading a line, and it is then checking to see if it's equal to disk 1. So I think that we're gonna have to replace this with a we're gonna have to replace this with our own special script that says yes, of course you have the right disk in the drive, because I don't think there's any way of otherwise making that work. Like, what movie are we in? Diskchange.dir. How many frames are there? Well, thankfully, it is just one movie that's for the disk change. If it was multiple, that would be tedious, having to like patch it in multiple places. We may just be able to patch it here. Okay. Tell me about this movie. How many frames are there? There are 92 frames. Markers. Yeah, okay. And we've got start okay, eject 1, eject 2, eject 3, and we are currently at we're currently at start. Okay. Cool. So I think that we can do a little messing around here. What are we gonna do? Okay, first thing we're gonna do, before we even kind of contemplate how we're gonna... I mean, like, chances are we could just make the script a no-op. If we made the script a no-op, then it'll just work. But in order to do that, we need to use our old friend project arrays to decompile 0. Did that say where the path was? Like the full path? Yeah, gadget disk change. Okay, so. Yeah. Oh, Christ. Not good. Apologies for the stumbling around. Brain not working so good right at this particular juncture. Gadget, disk change. I'll go disk change. How was it? Dump scripts. Right. So, as an example, the script that we were looking at before, which was number 12, to URI, would look like this. So, how many of these scripts are looking for disk ID? Not too many, just a handful. So what we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a... Luckily the last stream that, like, yeah, the last couple of streams, we have actually made exactly the feature we need to make this bearable, which is here in Game Quirks. So we don't even have to do any plumbing. Like, the plumbing has already been done by past me. Was it in Game Quirks? I thought I put it here in Game Quirks. Oh, yeah, Lingo Patcher, sorry. Game Quirks. Of course it's going to be here. Of course it's going to be here with the other lingo stuff. Okay, so we'll go const. Or maybe we'll write our stub and then we'll look into turning it into C, to delicious C. But say that we check this out. So we've got score script equals 12, and then score script equals 13. Oh wait. Yeah, okay. We need this. Yeah, and it's variations on a theme. It's basically getting diskid.txt and then trying to check that it is equal to... Where's check diskid? Oh, check diskid is a function. Okay, so... So really, I think we just need to kind of replace all of these with nothing, and that'll, or just an empty body. that'll be fine. That'll absolutely be fine. Oh wait, no, we can't. It can't be an empty body. It's got to be a go jump to the right spot. Otherwise, then we'll get the scary message, which we don't want. Get the idea. So, but that's okay. We can sort this out. So we'll go car gadget paf disk 1 fix. And then what was the thing we just wanted? We wanted just go load OK. Oh, and we want to put this above. And we'll say Gadget past as future does a disk check by reading a certain because we want to allow merging all of the disks, we patch out the check and have it always pass. Okay. So my understanding would be that, yeah, okay, so 13 goes to load OK, and then, oh no, start OK is the first one. I think, yeah, start OK would be the first one. And then it'd be load OK, and then, what were the other ones? Oh, right. No, it might actually be more complicated than that because we've got eject OK as well. So like maybe there's a screen which is like asking you nicely to eject the CD and another one which is not. Like what do we got? Okay, let's just go eject one. And eject one is frame 20. I think let's be more cautious about this. Let's actually just read what's going on before we preemptively like put in a piece of sticky tape. Because it might be that the solution is easier than I was expecting, maybe. Could say. We've got start movie. Yeah, right, which checks like checks what type of machine it is. Then it goes straight to 18 exit frame, which is so maybe we want to patch this out. Yeah, okay. So if we patch that out so that it's like goes straight to the OK one, then maybe that's good. And Gadget, disk check DXR. What kind of script was it? It was a score script. I think that'll sort it out. So let's small scale. Let's just try it with this one script and see if it gets past the check. And if we know that, then we can go back and Add another 4. Man, I was not expecting to like... I was absolutely not expecting Gadget to just mostly work, just right off the bat. Which is good, because Critical Path is... Yeah, it's taken a little longer than I was expecting to get couriered. But that actually turns out to be... it turns out to be a blessing in disguise. We can actually get some valuable work done on Director 5. Okay, so Gadget, passes future. We hit start. Oh no. What happened? Did it not patch it? Did I get the movie name wrong? Disc CNG? Oh, I might not have given it that. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. I have to actually... Sometimes I just don't read things properly. Okay. Oh, no dice? Really? Really? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What is causing it to not get patched? Hang on. Let's clear out some of these windows which are not contributing. Yeah, okay, so we've got Gadget, PAF. Gadget disk cng.dxr, the score script, default cast library, and then our handler, which should be injected. So I think I might let's put a breakpoint in patch script handler. Okay, so we've loaded the movie again. And the movie is currently Gadget /dischange ... which is what it should be. And we want to 373. Oh, I see. Oh, it's checking the script IDs. Okay, del1. Okay, so the patcher does match. Movie compared to ignore case. Movie compared to ignore case. Yeah. Oh no, that didn't work. That did not work. Maybe I got the... What could I have got wrong? Patch game ID. No, I got the game ID right. Oh wait, no, because it increased the... okay. Actually, no, don't start from the beginning. We can just... We can paper over our mistake by just loading this again. Okay. Okay, movie name. So one of these two tests must be not working. Oh, .dir. Oh, because it's a... Oh, okay. Because it's a dir file. You know what? Okay. That isn't too bad. We can sort that out very quickly. I'm a little conscious how there hasn't really been any sound so far, but we've also not run into any errors. Which makes me think that maybe this is just like... Maybe the sound kicks off when we start getting to the FMV. Okay, start. Oh no. No, no, no. What was that thing? It was Lingo patcher.cpp3. Lingo patcher.cpp line 373. Continue on. Okay, no, it tries to patch the code. It tries to patch the code. Maybe. And yeah, it's meant to patch. It's meant to patch exit frame 18. Was it a score script? Was 18 a score script? Yes, it was. It absolutely was. So what went wrong? Okay, so we've got a script context. And yeah, we've got an exit frame handler. All very good. Is there a second table? There's a second table, isn't there? Yeah, right. Okay. I think what's going on here is that there is a second table, possibly for event handlers, which we are not updating. And that is why this magic thing does not work. Which... Oh, just some lingo.cpp, okay. Just in lingo.cpp. 343. Patching code for type something with something something something. Yeah, alright. This thing. This thing right here. So where is... Let's look at the structure definition for Lingo Archive. Because we have script context, factory context, primary event handlers. I'll bet you anything we need to update primary event handlers. Because that, I'm pretty sure, is the copy that we keep in the event of one of the methods changing. Like set primary event handler. Is this like an automatic thing that we... Oh, okay, like this is... Oh no, that doesn't cover exit frame though. That does not cover exit frame. So perhaps it is getting it from somewhere else. I sincerely hope not. That would not be good. How many function handlers we got? There's going to be some esoteric compiler thing going on here. So, alright. So, question, how do we currently do it? How do we currently tell that we have something on the go? Okay. Oh, I should do I. Yeah, okay, so we call k event exit frame, which is processed here in lingo events.cpp. Yeah, right. So it check. Okay, this is what we're missing. So there is an attribute in the script context called event handlers, which gets updated with stuff, and that's what's used. How do we normally do it? How do we normally update that? Is what I was getting at. I think it's this. Yeah, script context define. I see. All right. So maybe we should be using that instead of the terrible thing that we were doing before with the patcher. Actually, no. We can double down. We can double down and just make the patcher do the same trick. Because we're already updating like function handlers. Yeah, we'll do exactly the same thing. Copy this. Splat that into here. Maybe not into there, but into here. Yeah, into here. Okay, that's key. Is that right? Oh, yeah, underscore. What am I missing? Oh, yeah. There we go. So can we get past the Gadget CD selection screen now? And more importantly, how much of the rest of the game is actually going to do anything? Will anything do anything? Who can say? Who can say? Oh wait, yeah. Start the thing. Yes. All right. Okay. So we've problem fixed for now, but we've now hit our second problem, which is that we don't implement the member command in Lingo to get stuff out of the shared cast. But that's okay. We can. That's just adding another built-in. That is absolutely something that we can do. For now, though, I'm just gonna have a check on the courier. Oh, it's close, very close for the game to show up. But that's okay. I'm just gonna quickly bundle up my changes. Status. And we'll do that. Get comment. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll keep that in the. We won't commit that because we kind of need that. Well, we got to change. We got to change more of it. So now, member. What do we need to do for member? I'm hoping it's not going to be that much. So I'm looking here in the Director 5 manual, which is the source of truth for everything that Director does. And we shall see. I know. Where's member? Members. Okay, member. So in Director, in longhand, it would be the member, which cast member or whatever, but according to the bytecode, we're just calling the function member. So that makes my job easier. This keyword in case of the object specify where which cast member is a cast member. If which cast member is a string, it is used as the cast member name. If it is an integer, it is used as the cast member number. And more importantly, we've got a number, and we've got the name of a shared cast. Has the shared cast actually been loaded as part of the setup for the movie? Because if not, that could be... Yes, it is. Okay, we do load in share.cxt, so that's good. And yeah, so we have either the 0 arguments option, which would just be... Yeah, okay. So 1 argument would be for the current cast, and then 2 arguments would be pick a member for whatever cast we got put in there. So that's more than enough information to just stick together a function which does that. Assuming, can I open built-ins? Text editor, will you let me open built-ins? Okay. Cast. All right, let's go. Let's chuck it in here. Oh wait, is the order on this page like based on some table in the book? It might be actually. Is that table towards the end? Did I misremember? Or maybe we don't get that table in book number 5. Yeah, okay. I don't think we get that table in book number 5, but that's okay. We'll assume that it's here. Member. LB, B, member. 1, 2. 500, F built in. D5F. Oh, God. It's because I've got to open another window somewhere, I think. Okay. Right, so we'll go void LB B member int nargs. And yeah, all right. So what exactly were the options for member again? Like it said... Okay, if which cast member is a string, it is used as the cast member name. If which cast member is an integer, it is used as the cast member number. And then the cast lib argument is, yeah, same deal. It can either be a number or a name, I think. Oh, what comes at the end? I think it's just a cast member reference. So if we go datum res equals cast member ID G lingo push res. Okay. And also we don't really want to guess what goes on with this. We must test. We must always test. And luckily we have Director 5 here to help us with that. And then maybe if we get this working, we can have a reward in the form of critical path, which is very close to arriving. I hope that this is the right critical path the charity shop had. It would be quite embarrassing if we just waited this long for nothing. So if we go, well, actually, firstly we need to create a cast member. We absolutely need to create a cast member. We're going to create this round rectangle. That is now cast member number 1. So if I put member 1, there we go. Member 1 of cast lib 1. Okay, and if I change the cast member's name to Snossages, and I go put member Snossages. Cool, figures that out. And if I were to put member something that isn't there, okay, then it throws a it will throw a lingo error, so that's important to know. So maybe we just want to do this, and then we'll go, if we push that, then it should upconvert it. Yes, I think that's right. And then we'll go if nubs equals 1. Go pop. So we go datum. Hey, Marty.zone. Yeah, so we are currently looking into making Gadget Past as Future, the 4-disc remastered version of Gadget Run. You know, the old version, that's fine, but that's kind of old hat, like that's already in the release. But yeah, we're just kind of filling out the time while, oh, here we go, like 5 minutes left until Critical Path arrives in the charity shop and we can try that. But until then, we are doing some much needed plumbing to get Director version 5 working, which is what I'm doing here. We've got past the CD change, and we are now trying to fix multicast loading working. So I believe if we go datum res equals g director. So we actually, no, there's a function, right? There is a function, I swear, that we already have to look up cast members in pretty much the way that we want to do it. Like we've got load cast, all this loading stuff. Where's find? Where find? Okay. Oh no, we got get cast member by name and type. And that is attached to a cast. What about the movie? Does the movie have one of those? Movie.h. Get cast member ID by name and type. Yeah, right. Sure. Okay. That sounds. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. So. Oh wait, but no, I freaking say that, but okay. So we need to test a couple of things, right? So let's make a new cast. Let's call it bad. And now if we were to switch to the bad cast, which can we do? And we're going to add another rectangle, and we're going to call it Petra. So if I go put member Petra, yeah, all right. So searching just by name should search all of them, which is a function that we don't have, but we probably could. We probably should add it. That actually would be kind of useful. Can I? No auto discovery for that. No, just gotta find it myself. Hey Arvan La. No, they got rid of shared casts in Director 5. You can simulate it by just importing your shared cast as another cast. So we need a new method called cast member ID, get cast member ID by name, const common string name. Yep. All right. So I think we're gonna have to. Oh, okay. We already have like a weird override where if cast lib is set to 0, then it will do it. But type is kind of. Do we need type? Do we have like a way of overriding type? Ideally, I don't want to care about type. Oh, K-cast type any. Okay, yep, fair. So we already have this. Get cast member ID by name and type. Name 0 K-cast. Cast type any. Oh, but we already... Yeah, actually, that's fine. Do we... Yeah, I prefer to do it that way. We'll do it this way. Just for brevity's sake. So we'll do that and go... res equals G director current movie. Get cast member ID by name. Oh, that's right. We'll go if is numeric. We'll say res equals cast member ID member as int. But no, I didn't want that. Cast lib offset? No, default cast lib. That's fine. We'll just try and upcast it to a string. And we'll go if res on what was the error that it gave us here if we just made something up? Yeah, okay. The other thing though is that like we can't just throw the number in there and say that it's done. It will check to see if we have a cast member with that number. That's kind of important. So actually maybe we should just kind of go with it and then see if we can get the cast member based on whatever crazy nonsense goes in here. That almost seems sensible. And then we save all the error handling. We can just do that at the end. So just sack that right off. We'll go if G direct. Also, yeah, we'll just go get current movie. Then we can just movie. Cast member. Res. And I'm pretty sure that method will just return null if there's nothing there. Like get cast member. Yeah, it just returns null point if it can't find it. So that's fine. That's what we want. So if nothing gets returned for that, then we can I guess we can't really make a helpful error message here, but that's fine. Doesn't need to be helpful. If we run into it, then we've already got problems. Is it done? Okay, critical path is done. Time to take a break. Yeah, we've been way too productive. Way too productive for such a hot day. Critical path. Please be director. Please be director. It's gonna be, but you know. Oof, alright. Yep. Oh no. Okay. What? What? What is going on? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So I was temporarily thrown there for a little bit because the charity shop had included a copy of ScumVM with Critical Path, which doesn't make sense because the timestamps indicated that it was very old. But I think what's happened is that there is like the real it is a CD within a CD, if that makes sense. So let us get the inner CD and have a quick look at what's going on. I think, let's have a look. Is this director? Yes, it is director. It is probably director V3. Okay, so does Critical Path have no, didn't mean to click that. Does Critical Path have a stream icon for it? Critical Path. Yeah, okay. I'm going to assume that this is the same Critical Path. I don't know if maybe it's referring to a newer Critical Path, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay. Cool. Let's have a look at Critical Path. Gonna open anytime soon. Alright. This isn't... Okay, it's saying it can't find the game data. That to me just implies no one's tested it yet. Because that's a very, very common thing. It should be okay to leave this half finished because this is like early director. Nothing's going to use that. What we need to do is go into the detection tables, detection lists, detectory things. Always be detecting. What the freak is it? It is critical window. Dang it. Okay. Right. Okay. So, yeah. You know the Windows version, the one that the charity shop had. It's not director. The Windows version isn't director. we may have wasted our time. Okay, well, I've as evidenced by the fact that they use VB in that. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. Not gonna sugarcoat it. That is a little disappointing. But you know something? We have other. We'll pull through. Assuming I can find the window. Yeah, right. So, given that, given how fast everything is going, let's just quickly like rack up another game. Firefox having a bad time today. Book of Notes. We've already had like a note. We already had like one notebook game, or game with like notebook in the title, and could not find it because it was in Japanese. But that's okay. We can. I'll have a quick look to see if we can eke out the Book of Notes. And in fact, I'm going to look in the detection tables, given that last time I did not. Ethics QKT. Oh, and it's a Mac game. Right. Good to know. What are we doing? Alright. I can't for the life of me find out where it is, so we're just going to continue the 0 hit streak and have another shot. Oh man, one of these days I'm gonna... Oh no. Oh no. Hey, Sizzy, how's it going? We are having an absolute shocking run of luck picking random director games. This is like we've gone like five, which were either like impossible to find, or just simply, just not working. But you know what? Number 6. I think we were lucky. I think we can make some magic with number 6. Oh, could have been timed out. Murphy's TV. Okay. MZZ asks, are there horrible songs this time? Well, if we can't, like, that's the beauty of, like, getting a non-work, or, like, not being able to find the game. By definition, there are no songs because we can't find the game. Because for people who are new to the stream, I'm one of the developers on ScumVM. I'm working on the Macromedia Director Engine support. And there are thousands of games in the compatibility list at this point. And so literally the only way I can think of for, like, picking stuff from the archive to test out is by putting it here on this this non-copyright infringing prize wheel to just try them out. And obviously I don't have every all thousands of games. That would be absurd. So what we're actually doing is we're spinning up the games which are actual games off the list, and we're trying to see if we can find a charity shop in Australia which has a copy, because obviously, like, we want this all to be above board. So I am now checking every single charity shop in Australia to see if they have a copy of whatever Murphy's TV is. And of course, yeah, you have to take my word. This is all happening like off the camera, but I'm definitely checking the charity shop now. Okay. Not Murphy's TV turns out to be like a fairly kind of another generic phrase, so I'm hoping there might be another clue in here. Murphy's TV, okay. So Murphy's TV. Oh, okay. So a charity shop does have a copy of the 3DO version of Murphy's TV. That doesn't, not going to be honest, that isn't super helpful because we need either like a Windows or a Macintosh version of Murphy's TV. But it is Director version 4, which means there's a good chance that it'll run. And if it doesn't, then that's, yeah, that's obviously an issue. Oh, how's everyone doing tonight, by the way? It is stinking hot over here, so we're trying to... Okay, ooh, we might have a nibble, might have a charity shop which has Murphy's TV. Goodness me. Unless, of course, I've chosen poorly. You know what? Yeah. Oh, no. Come on. This is it. Is there gonna be a copy of... Alright. Oh no, it's for 3DO. Dang it. Alright. Unfortunately, I can only find... Like, the charity shop only has the 3DO version of Murphy's TV that I can find, so we're gonna have to spin again. Real, yeah, like, we're hitting all the real obscure ones today. That's all I've got. Quiz Whiz, Cyber Trivia. You know? That sounds like something that would be in a charity shop. I just got like, I just got an inkling that Cyber Trivia will be in a charity shop. Oh my word. MCZ says, since when are so many 3DO games available? You'd be surprised, MCZ. You'd be surprised at what gems you could find while charity shopping. And yeah, and again, like, okay, Cyber Trivia, another kind of maybe slightly too generic for my liking name. But you never know. You absolutely never know. Maybe someone will have put it in the charity shop, and then the charity shop will have given it the exact same metadata that we have in Scope. Hang on. Yeah, all right. We found it. Okay, so the yeah. Just double checking. And yes, okay, so we've got a hit. The Vinnie's in Chewett Hill has a copy of Quiz Whiz Cyber Trivia from 1994, which is great news. What'll be even better news is when I can figure out how long it's going to take for the charity shop to courier it over here, which, judging by unrelated things like the speed of my internet connection tonight, might be a little longer than usual. Honestly, like, I blame the fact, like, I've been messing with the wiring in my house recently because I use Powerline Ethernet to get all my stuff, you know, to connect between the studio upstairs and the internet router downstairs. And I thought I'd fixed a big issue because, like, the amp that my TV is attached into apparently just doubles as, like, a big source of illegal RF noise, which is just ruining the signal. But I thought I fixed that, but maybe I kind of I didn't fix it. Maybe I actually, no, Cyber Trivia is not that big. It's not that big, and therefore the courier is going to hopefully not take very long to get it, which is good for us. All right. So while the courier makes their way over with Cyber Trivia, let's do a little reward. We've been doing, like, a lot of work on the stream, and I feel that it's time for a bit of R&R. And what have we got? We got Director 4. Oh yeah, okay. We'll do another Independence Day game. So, not sure if kids of a certain age might remember, but, like, back in, like, the back in the mid-90s, there was a little movie called Independence Day, and that movie came with a line of toys which contained computer mission discs. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Gray Area. Nice to have you in. But yeah, there was, like, a whole bunch of toys that they released with the floppy disks, and each floppy disk had a little director game on it, like a self-contained little kind of thing that matched up with the character that you got in the packet. And I'm not too ashamed to admit it. I never saw Independence Day. I just asked for the toy when I was a kid because I wanted the floppy disk. So I think I got, like, number 3, but, you know, the future being the future, I now have all 11. Not the toys, but the floppy disks. So let's go and pick, like, let's try President Whitmore. I should also add, I still haven't seen Independence Day, so I'm assuming that this is just going to be completely, like, blow-for-blow recap of the films. I'll run this in this ID4P7. The games are, like, self-contained, so there's no overarching story or anything like that. Sonabella says, maybe one of the Cyber Trivia questions is what 3DO stands for. You know, it may actually... I'm not sure if Cyber Trivia predates 3DO, Sonneveld. I'm not sure if that's going to sort us out. Oh, and you always... Yeah, Sonneveld also always assumed the 3DO just had the Horde game, and that was it. No, believe it or not, the 3DO had at least 4 games, perhaps 5. Like, this is... You know... where archaeologists are only just finding out about the discovery of the 5th game. And yes, what are we doing? And of course, yeah, it's not yet fully supported by ScumVM, so, Yes, Baron Von Kitty, I've not seen Independence Day. I guess, yeah. This is... Here we go. This is gaming. Give me one moment. Yes. There we go. Cool. Alright, so I vaguely remember this one. So the very first thing you need to do is pick up... Well, no. The very first thing you need to do is drag the window so that the aspect ratio is racked. The second thing you do is grab... Oh no, you put the keys in the ignition? Oh no, you look at this. Things to remember. Don't forget the keys, don't forget the disc, flight glasses, use the lower disk drive, photos, wait until the shields are down, power down shuts the whole thing off. David's frequency 122. Oh, frequency 122. Why did I say frequency? I blame the heat. Oh, and then a mysterious code 487. Okay, so, and look, there's the very disc that you're using to play this game, as if the fourth wall was not. Like, I mean, I guess like the discs are canon, because like when you buy the toy, you basically are told the disc helps you join in on the mission. So, we do that. Keys. Are the keys down here? Yeah. And the keys go in here. Okay. Don't know where the disc goes in. Maybe we don't have a disc drive yet. 487? No. Oh, and this might actually be like a timer suggesting like how long you have until... Okay. Where did the disc go? Is there a disc drive that I'm missing? Oh. Oh no, that turns it off. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh no. Okay, that's the credits. That's the opposite of what I wanted. Okay. Pretend that didn't happen. We're starting again. Hopefully it didn't break the sound. Mark it as completable. You know, that's... I understand where you're coming from, Mad Moose, but I'd be cheating myself if you know, if the good ending wasn't achievable, then that doesn't really count as being completable in my book. Okay, so we do that. Oh no, this just increases like the threat level. Like the terror level or whatever the equivalent is. Where do we put this disc? Okay, 122. I mean, they say don't forget the disc, but where am I meant to put the disc into? Oh, of course, the floppy drive. What am I saying? Okay. Enter the code and then press enter. Okay. 487. Okay, so strategic command. So we get the choice between Los Angeles, New York, and Washington DC, which probably, like, I mean, the image on the poster is of them blowing up the White House, I think, like with the alien ship. So I'm guessing DC is the key one here. What do they say? Photos? Where are the photos? You cannot launch until DEFCON 5 is reached. Okay. I can't blow up an American city unless we reach DEFCON 5, so... let's pick Washington D.C. Oh, now it's at DEFCON 5. Okay. What? Okay. Oops. Okay. Wait. Okay. Was that a good thing I just did? Like, did I just command, like, a city to be blown up with a bunch of people in it? Because that doesn't sound... Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure this is absolutely something an American president would do without thinking too much of it, but, like... I mean... Really? That's the game? We just... Okay, guess Los Angeles is next. Also, if anyone has any insights as to the plot of Independence Day which might make this make more sense, then I'm all ears, because I have no idea. President Bill Pullman? I don't know what you're talking about, Mad Moose. Like, this is President Whitmore. This is completely different American president. Anyway, message received and confirmed. Oh, we're just blowing up again. So one of the interesting things about this, as far as director games go, is that these had to fit on a floppy disk, like, with no compression. Oh, okay. That's it? That's the game? Just blow up all 3 cities? Really? Oh, I'm blowing up the alien ships. Okay. That makes me feel slightly better, Mad Moose. Oh, we just get kicked out. I mean, something about that fell off. Like, I'm pretty sure there was, like, meant to be... Like, did it just let us win? I thought there was, like, something where you had to use the phone to, like, to call them up. I just want to have one quick look to see if there's anything I missed. One quick look, and then oh, the courier has just arrived with some cyber trivia. So... So we'll enjoy that in a little bit. Oh yeah, the little retina scanning animation I missed the first time. That was quite cool. Okay, keys. What am I supposed to put in the top floppy drive? Oh, nothing. It's just got to go in that floppy drive. Oh. How come, Okay, please insert the launch code disk, which I did. How come the little, Oh, okay, that opens the panel. What happens if I mess up a few times? Okay. I really know it this time. Okay, that's disappointing. So, like, sometimes, like, some of the other games, like, have fun little consequences if you screw up too many times, but I'm guessing President Whitmore does not have those kind of table stakes. Alright, we'll do it properly. We'll do it properly one more time. Yeah, it says like David's... Like, wait until the shields are down. And like, how come we haven't heard any... Because that was the thing I wanted to... Like, that was my favorite part of this, involves the shields. And I'm pretty sure we didn't experience it. Power down, yeah. 1, 2, 2. Okay. It's not working. Oh, okay. Well... I guess I'll have to check it on my own time, but like my favorite, my favorite part of this particular one is a sample, which is very clearly just like the create, you know, like the designer or whatever in his studio just going, the shields are disabled. And it's like the most obvious kind of like mouth noise, radio squelching noise. And I just like, that's perfect. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I can, yeah, I don't know how to trigger it from here. So you're just gonna have to imagine a very satisfying sounding fake radio squelch noise. All right. But yeah, that was President Whitmore. We got to blow up some alien ships, which was quite nice. But for now, now we got to do some cyber trivia. Which, conveniently for me... Oh, it looks like the charity shop has given me something in... Oh no, is that ARG format? No. I think this is from like, the before time of, Yeah, it's, I'm guessing that the charity shop might have not had a legitimate copy of this. I don't know, let's look at this. Let's look at this text file that almost certainly would have been included by the the rightful owner. Quizroom Cyber Trivia by Tiger Interactive. Yo, I'm the wise guy. Now that you've picked up this box, or this info, do you know you're handling over 1,500 very cool questions with very hot answers and tons of hilarious animated scenes, starring me, of course. I'll show you a totally cool way to widen your wisdom and sharpen your wits with cyber trivia questions that are mind-numbing, mind-bending, and mind-boggling. Original rock and roll soundtrack. Okay, excellent. And then we've got some just some normal install notes here from a perfectly legal secondhand trivia shop purchase. The question is, do I want to risk running self-extracting PK zip archive? Maybe it's fine. Oh, how bad could it be? Oh wait, is that it? Oh, it's a DOS. Oh, it's in DOS format. Right, because this is from 1996, isn't it? Which means that this. Really? That's it's not a. Yeah, it's in DOS format. Okay, well we can make that happen. We got DOS. We got DOS at home. Yes! Okay. Look at that. Power perceived is indeed power achieved. Okay, can we get to the installer, please? This is super nice. What options we got? Oh, and it's got an info reader. That's kind of convenient. Oh, but we've already read this. We've already read the install notes that come with it. Alright, come on. Enough. Okay. Install directory. I love how the installer creates a completely separate second stage. Alright, did it actually do anything? I mean, if it... Yeah, Cyber. It did nothing. The installer didn't work. That's the rules. Oh no. Okay. So unfortunately, that's less... That's slightly more annoying than I was hoping, but I'll just double check. Do I have Arch? I do have Arch. Okay, we can just unarch it here. Maybe we can. Jeez, alright, Oh wait, no, it just made a zip file. So the installer was all about creating a zip file. Okay. Oh, great. I love, you know. Aren't we glad that we got this from the charity shop and we didn't just steal it? Because you miss out on all the gritty realism of installing something from a legitimate original install media like this. Okay, okay, and it's director. Thank Christ for that. Yes, okay. I mean, you say that, Mad Moose, but I opened up the Arch files and it contained just files. So I think that maybe the installer converted the Arch file into a zip file, which doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, or maybe oh, it could be that the zip file was just there all along and we downloaded that as well. That's also an option. Like maybe the original was Arch and then someone in 2021 created a zip file containing the stuff. That's also cool. More importantly, we've got QuizWiz now. So I hope people are ready for some cyber trivia, because last I heard, this stuff, any kind of I guess knowledge to do with computers, it's like riding a bicycle. It just never gets ages perfectly. Like what's that fermented herring thing? Like that delicacy, which is basically just like you bury some fish in permafrost for a year and then eat it. It's like that. Now this probably isn't going to work because I'm guessing the par's going to be off, but that's okay. We can make it work. What's in com files? Oh yeah, okay. We're going to need all of that. We're going to absolutely need all of that. Game gonna show up? Yeah, here we go. You must install QuizWiz with the setup file first. No, that just sounds like a... Just need some gentle encouragement whenever something like that happens. So if we start ScumVM. So yeah, like part of what we're doing is we want to be able to play these games in ScumVM just out of the box using close to original install media as possible. And typically, like, directed games are pretty notorious because every single developer has written their own, you know, handcrafted way of checking that it's like actually been installed and not part of the install media. So what we're now going to do is we're going to try and figure out exactly what the developer wanted us to do to get it to be installed, and then we just pretend. So we'll try that again, this time with debug flag lingo exec switched on. And that basically just means that every single thing that the game does, it tells us in the console, which is quite... Yeah, it's kind of useful. It's kind of useful for figuring out like exactly what you're meant to do in order for it to work. Okay. So I'll start this. Right. So here is the... Oh, okay. So it's one of these. So this... It looks like this style of CD detection is try every single drive letter on Windows, which is... a shocking number of games do this. ScumVM, however, will just pretend that every drive letter contains all the stuff in it. So normally this stuff is fine. So I think what we're gonna have to do here... So let's look at this. Okay. So here's our script. Get PC drive. We have already on for a winner here. We've literally typed out every single drive letter with QuizWiz in it. Stuck it in a list. Okay, that's good. It is checking... Okay, and it's calling get nth file name and folder, which is a method which is... I don't know, like, Macromedia Director allows you to do very few things with the file system. One of the things it lets you do is it checks what the nth file name in a folder is. And so lots and lots of schemes just have to kind of work around the fact that that's the only thing you can do. You can't... I mean, you can try and preemptively open something, but it's much easier to just check the nth file name. And it's checking the first name, and it is trying to see if the first file name in the folder contains the letters DBF. I'm already concerned about this. Oh, okay. That might be the... Okay, this might be the tell. So maybe the installer, like, creates a fake file with this in it. Yeah, right. I think what we're going to have to do here, right, is we're going to have to install it for real, see what kind of junk is in C, like, you know, the C drive, and then nick it. Conf Win 16, not director, DOSBox. Okay. Huh. What did I do wrong? Oh. Here we go. We need Windows. Mount. So we don't want anything in the, we don't want that in the CD drive. We want mount T CD-ROM D to
electrical system is malfunctioning.
Thank you very much for the follow, Racing the Beam. Good to have you here. All right. So here we are. Windows 3.1, as God intended. I mean, wait. Oh, wait, no. I messed up. I forgot that's the... Alright. I forgot that the top level contained the cool installer. which is not what we want. Try again. Just, I know this cyber trivia is going to just be off the charts. We're gonna be edutained so freaking much. Yes, all right. Okay. We can already hear the rock music. So, oh, is the installer also written in Director? That's also very cool. So let's install the drive C.
Sec.
Oh no, computer. What are you doing? My streaming computer is having a terrible day today. I'm sorry. How is it slower than an actual 486? What is the deal? Oh, has it locked up? Oh no, it's running, just not super quick. Oh, there we go. Installation done. Okay. And the files that it is deposited would be in QuizWiz. Okay. It's a whole bunch of... Okay. I'm a bit worried that QuizWiz is not going to work in ScumVM because, like, I'm looking at these DVF files. These look like proprietary things. Let's do a quick check of... Okay, yeah, alright. It's, is that plain text? No, it is... It is a literal DBase3 database format, which I can just say off the bat, ScumVM does not have support for that. So, as a but you know what? My heart is set on it, so I want to. We'll do some trivia just in DOSBox, knowing full well that we're not going to be able to run this one in ScumVM, but that's fine. We've earned it after all of the you know, messing around with the Arch and stuff. Like, we can't not do some cyber trivia. K is for... Oh wait, not that one. I have two DOS boxes open. That might be why. Very, very slowly opening up QuizWiz. Come on. Come on. Fine. Alright, you want 640 by 480? That's gonna make you happy. Can't live with can't bear the idea of there being a slight border around your quiz questions. You know what, I'll even make it 256 colors, because I get the feeling that's gonna be the other thing that you will have a sook about. Okay, how about now? Do we get quiz? Ah! Oh, it's like the handheld game company. Oh no. These are the same people who did Wallaby Jack. Please no more Wallaby Jack stuff. I'm not sure if I can take any more racism. All right. Okay, my name. My name is I'll choose Shank. Oh, okay. We'll just go Shanks. Okay. Well, the mascot is already dead. Quiz Whiz, a really rad way to widen your wisdom. Mind-numbing, mind-bending, mind-boggling. Oh wait, like, are those checkboxes? No, they're not checkboxes. Okay, what's the...
Hey, I'm the wise guy. I gotta get the word out to the people. I just got my hands on a whole lot of cyber trivia. So, listen up quickly, before you know who shuts me down. You wanna get wise? Well, you gotta know this. Quiz Whiz.
Who's you know who?
Very cool questions. Very hot answers like, what movies did Madonna star in? What's Prince's real name? Why does Michael Jackson only wear one glove? Stuff like that.
Ah.
Now that you're in
See,
the know,
okay.
here's how it'll show. There are 3 ways you can go. Numero uno. You can keep it simple and play one category at a time. In lane 2, you can mix it up and play your favorite category. There's lots of surprises there. If you're the risky type, just click play right away. Try random. You never know what you're gonna come up with. You never know what you're gonna... Definitely guaranteed to keep you on your toes.
I see now. So the mistake I made...
So, are you up to the Quiz Whiz challenge with me? With tons of questions and answers, plus hilariously detailed animated scenes, Quiz Whiz is a totally rad way to widen your wisdom with the coolest topics of today. With me, you'll never run out of questions. When you want to quit the game, click here. You want to take a break? Click here. When you want to return to the home menu, click here. When you have any questions on how the game works, click here. And if you want to adjust the volume level, just move this
Yeah,
slider.
right. So I kind of... My mistake was thinking that it might actually be
You can play
questions
with your
about
friends or you can play
cyber-related
alone.
stuff. No, it's just a
Get
trivia
around
game
Quiz Whiz to be
on a
wise
computer.
guy, so check it out.
So, alright, let's play... Let's struggle for a round or two of this. Yeah. We'll see how good my 90s trivia is. It's not that good. It's pretty bad. I need help. Oh no, unable to create a new database. Oh, that's too bad. Is it gonna run? Oh great. Oh great. Pro basketball, Team NFL, Major League Baseball, Summer Games, Great Sport Legends. Oh right, and oh, I see. So I'm guessing this is the point at which it's meant to fetch, like, the databases off the disk which it installed. Except for whatever reason, that didn't work. And so now it says there are 0 Cartoon Mania questions, 0 Heroes and Villains questions, 0 dinosaur questions. Oh, really? But I guess we have the rock music. That's disappointing. That's really disappointing. What if we're going to setup? And we go I'm gonna go zero sport. Yeah, alright. Interesting. Maybe, could be that it needs like a comm component which I don't have which for whatever reason the game didn't come with. But yeah. Sorry, I'm guessing that we're not going to be able to play it in the conventional way. We can look at some of the questions though through the miracle of hex editing. And they'll almost be as good as having the wise guy make fun of us. So like, let's look at some of these rock and roll questions. Okay, Deadheads are fans of which rock band? Grateful Dead, DOA, any deceased rocker, or the Dead Kennedys? Who advised the listener not to eat the yellow snow? Which of these guitarists auditioned for the Monkees but didn't make it? Okay, so there are some 90s bands questions in here. Quite a few Madonna questions, which is kind of an interesting choice. Oh yeah, whose hair caught fire during the filming of a Pepsi commercial, which is, I believe, Michael Jackson's hair. Caught fire during the... The only rock and roll star to be honoured with a US postage stamp. I mean, I'm not sure if this is still true, but I'm guessing probably Elvis. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how we can kind of like sift out the answer from... We'd probably have to like find a way to read the database format to actually get the answer, but that's okay. Anyway, so there we go, cyber trivia. I mean, it was technically it was another bust, but we did get to see a cool installer, and so at the end of the day, isn't that kind of what fixing things is about? No, it isn't, but you know, you take what you can get. God, it's just such a dire run. Dire run. No. That's it. Stream's over. We're done. We're done. You can't make me. Oh. Well, I hope you're happy, Mad Moose. You got your wish. You got your incredibly cursed wish. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to try and make Pissed work. Alright, well, so there's some... right, okay. I think I have a copy of Pissed. I think we can at least see how far it gets, which, if I recall correctly, is not that far. The upside, though, is that even though we have to work on Pissed, which is demonstrably just not that good, it is a Director 5 game, which means we are improving Director 5, which honestly I value a lot more than getting to see John Goodman sing the song. What could be worse? It could have been worse. Star Warped is worse. Star Warped is worse than Pissed. Lingo strict. Debug level 5. Yeah, Mamos, like I checked though, like the DVF files are there in the QuizWiz folder on the C drive, like which is the spot that I'm pretty sure that they're meant to be. So then I don't know, I don't know, maybe that's something I should work on in my own time, getting QuizWiz working, but honestly, like the fact that it kind of uses that like it expects everything to be in DVF format, and it's probably going to use like an extra or a X object, which we don't have. Kind of tamps my enthusiasm down a little bit. That said, we're about to test pissed, which, I mean, if anything, is like a natural kind of I want to say like insecticide for enthusiasm. It's probably playing a parody interactive game. But yeah, I know that people have a lot of fond memories of this, so we got to fix it. Okay, debug log is filling up with a bunch of junk. That's always a good sign. All right, it's asking for. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, so it's actually getting stuck on the same function that we were fixing for Gadget, which is actually a good game. But we're now working on Pissed, so that is now what we're aiming to fix. Could have been Gadget. Just saying. All right. So to go back to where we were. Here is our function, which we've literally just added for bMember. We just got to add in like the 2 arguments option, which I think is the one that Pissed wanted, as well as Gadget. I'll split this out into a separate terminal. Yeah, okay. So it's calling this function here, which is like asking for cast member 1 in the cast library that is called local. So we need to do a few more stub related things for that to work. So and okay. So the thing that I don't think we have yet is a way to figure out what the cast library is, which is kind of key. A key component that we kind of need to get over this. So if we go movie.cpp, as you can tell, my desktop is a mess and I've got like a million copies of the text editor open at any one time. So get cast. What am I doing? It's there. It's right there in front of my fat face. Go get cast member ID by name. Get cast member ID by name and type. Get cast member info. We need to get cast library ID by name. So what we need is something like int get cast lib ID by name const. So we'll do that. We'll go get cast member ID by name. Sorry, get cast lib ID by name. And we should have, I think we got a function which does this. For auto it casts if value. Wait, what is casts? Is cast isn't by name, is it? No, it's by ID. Yeah, yeah, okay. It's not by that, but that's okay. So we go value name. Do we have the name anywhere in here? Oop. So we've got load we've got load config, load archive. Somewhere in here I know we get the name. Castlib infos, is that where we put the names? Madmoo says the DVF format is pretty simple and documented, thankfully, for when you want to work on QuizWiz again. I will keep that in mind, Madmoose. Yeah, sometimes it really just doesn't take that much, but it really just depends on how complicated the extra is. Like Bob Winkle Solves Life's Greatest Mysteries had like an entire kind of embedded like library catalog application in it, which honestly you didn't really need because most of the time you were just viewing the movies, like the animated bits. So I was like, oh, we'll just stop that. We don't need that to absolutely be working. At least not immediately. Cast lib info. Does that contain the name? It does not contain the name. Oh no, casts names. Okay. I see how it is. Okay. Multiple casts can have the same name. In director, only the first one is used. Yeah, that sounds plausible. An ID, I think, is the library. Yeah, right. Okay, we'll assume that. So go value key. Oh, that's the other thing we need to check. Is it case insensitive? So if I go put member one bad, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, interesting. Put member one bad capitalized. Put member one internal. What's going on here? Why is it just saying castlib1? That's not right. And why is it just This looks suspicious. Okay. So that's the internal cast member. But if we then go bad, which is our second cast, this should be Petra. No, it just puts the word bad. That's oh, okay. What am I doing? Of library bad? Oh, cast lib. Okay, it might just be that like I'm calling it as a function when you're not meant to do it that way in LingoScript, which is fine. But more importantly, yeah, okay. So it is case insensitive. So equals ignore case, name, return value, return -1. Where did I get cast names? Oh, I see. Oh, okay, so that was load cast info, which then gets the name. Store name. Oh no, this, okay, that's for that's for an individual cast member. What we want is the library. Why is the library being weird? Or is it just, maybe it's in here? Maybe it's here and we don't load it? That's also kind of not great. Okay. But more importantly, okay, so what is the, okay, no, that was the good game. Whereas was Pissed. Okay, Pissed is looking for something called local. Do we mention anything about loading? Okay, there's like a million different things called local. So I'm gonna go back to look at Gadget, which had a better name. Okay, so cast slip info. Alright, what I'm going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to run this again, this time with loading switched on, and like the worst possible debug level. And then we are going to load casts. Is that a name of a thing? Load cast. Okay. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to figure out like what the trick is which gets the name, and I think it must be here in load cast lib mapping. Yeah, there we go. Load cast lib mapping name internal. That's the thing we want, because we need to be able to resolve that to be the right thing, I think. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Cast lib mapping. Yeah, because alright, that's right, because this thing is all, it's like a movie thing rather than a inside the cast thing. That makes perfect sense. So what do we do with the name? Do we do anything with the name? Ah, I see. Right. So what's happened here is I've gone ahead and done the work and like lifted out the name and then and then chosen to do nothing with it, which is an interesting choice on my part, but we can make this work. We can do common hash map, common string int and we'll just call this cast names. I think that'll do it. There's like some like template crap I need to add to make it case insensitive. I just cannot remember what it is. Bear with me. Bear with me. This dingus here. So we'll copy that. Crap that all into here. Better yet, like just look at, you know, maybe look at before hitting paste. There we go. Cast names. So we'll go into movie, and then as part of all this, we can add in cast names, name, ID. Is it ID? Oh, live ID. There we go. Which then should mean that the new thing that we've got, which was cast live ID by name. Oh, I've never felt so excited to just be doing boring plumbing. Like every minute I spend on this is a minute that I'm not spending playing pissed. So it's uniquely exciting. Unfortunately, I think that's enough to sort that out. Or oh no, wait, no, we got to add. Oh, thank God, we've got to add like a little bit more boilerplate here. We can drag this out even longer. We can. we don't have to make this work. We'll say int libid equals movie get cast libid by name. Also if else, actually, yeah, that should go down here, and this should just be a library as int. So we do that, we get our library, that should now become array to as string, and then that now gets replaced with libid, and now we can just use the full one here by name and type, libid and k cast type or any. Okay, that should be enough to test it, I think. We don't have time for this. All the threads, please. All the damn threads. Oh yeah, because I touched everything, so it's gonna be that. Now the other thing that could have screwed up is I could have got the arguments around the wrong way. That is a very real possibility because I can never remember which order they're meant to be in. So the book says that it's meant to be cast member ID followed by cast library ID, and I think it's either forwards or reverse, like, and I can't remember which order it is. So we'll try it this way and see what happens. So we'll break that at be member. It's our new method. Yeah, it should see it this time. Because... Oh, that's right, yeah, because I rebuilt everything, so it should see it now. It was being a bit weird before. Kinnikos Dragon says, imagine if there had been a Macromedia. A rhetorical question worth pondering. Oh, and because I've got it in, like... yeah. I've got it in, debug level number 9. It's now printing, like, way too much stuff to the console, so... Let me just tamp down on that a little bit. Try again. It's always interesting, especially when you're kind of like adding in kind of greenfields, stuff like this, because usually the game will start, but it will just kind of struggle like a wounded bear to do anything. Maybe we'll just kind of show a whole bunch of garbage and stuff, if we're lucky. But it's, yeah. Okay. So we've got to our function, and now we get to see, did I get it around the right order? I didn't. It's backwards. I freaking knew it's backwards, but... Okay. Start again. Kinnikos Strikes is my favorite verbosity. Everything. It's got its charms, just printing literally everything that goes onto the command line, but you don't want to go too far with that, because then something that you might actually be interested in might get shunted off the screen. That's why it's taken a lot of trial and error to figure out like how much crap to include with level 5. Level 5 is kind of my go-to for like print absolutely everything that happens, but don't give me every piece of detail. I too also wonder about the sanity of the wine devs, Kinnikos Dragon. Yeah, like another person, so someone else who also streams on Twitch was interested in getting a Windows 3.1 game called Robot City working, and I had like a little go at trying to kind of to break it open with IDA to figure out because there's like a bug which meant that if you weren't running it in Windows 3.1, then it would just like you couldn't even run it in Windows XP. There'd just be weird palette problems, and I got as far as running it in Wine with debugging switched on, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I don't do it this way. There's just too much stuff. Um, 16-bit any executables, they will work in Wine because it has Wine VDM, which is like a translation layer which converts it to Win32 calls. Oh, hello. Oh, it got further. It got further than it did. But now we've hit another property that it doesn't have, which is slightly annoying. Not gonna lie. Member 1 of castlib 3 has no property type. What cast do we have? Yeah, okay, so it's complaining now that it can't read the URL for pissed. Or it can't get the type. But I mean, like, look at these bounding boxes. This strikes me as something terrible has happened. Like, we the initial rectangle should not be 14,336 pixels by 5,378. That signifies a deeper sickness. Having said that, it looks like the cast member fetching thing actually did work. And I'm also kind of quite aware that maybe Gadget will work now if we do this. Actually, you know what? All right. For completeness sake, I'll turn off strict mode, which will mean that it'll start, but it'll probably just kind of collapse, like, I don't know, just, you know, in a pool of in a pool of guts. It'll yeah, but something will happen. You'll see something on your screen, and it will technically constitute the game pissed by Parity Interactive. So that might, I don't know, at least assuage my conscience that we are working on pissed. So I've turned off strict mode, which means all errors that aren't fatal errors are allowed. And I think that, like, having a missing field on a cast member is... Oh, there we go. There we go. We got the express version of the pissed intro. Do any of the hotspots work? Well, it looks like they register clicks according to, like, the big burst of log static in the background, but we can't seem to do much. Also, the pissed logo is still there. So if we look at debug mode, I'm guessing the pissed logo is meant to have been removed by the previous animation, but that didn't happen because it crashed. So yeah, great progress. And yeah, unfortunately we can't hear any of the funny jokes. Oh no, we can look at the funny joke and hear the wonderful soundtrack. Yo, Iggy, this place is so wrong, it's cool. It's Max Trashed, which is a statement from our generation or something. Why didn't you blow your folks' house and meet me here? Sean, P.S. Get a tetanus shot first. I forgot that, like, because this is, like, a game... For some reason, like, developers in the 90s... And I don't know if this is because they were kind of Gen X or, like, cusp Gen X's. They were obsessed with the 1960s. And specifically, they're obsessed with Woodstock. So if you're a comedy writer making comedy jokes in your comedy game in the 1990s, there's gonna be some Woodstock in there. but interesting that interesting that the postcard button is the one hotspot in the game that is not broken. I'm not sure what to take away from that. Oh, and also interestingly, it tries to play back the movie file, which I'm pretty sure is like the voiceover, which is meant to come with that postcard. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. It sees that it's a movie and it tries to play it, but then it doesn't. That could be a timeline problem. Oh yeah, Kinnikus Dragon says, honestly, if I wanted to do 16-bit stuff, some of the things I wanted run, I'd be better off running it in PCM. You know, I would agree with that. I mean, I have a Pentium laptop on the workbench over there, and it is often too fast for quite a lot of the stuff that came out in 1992. Because the previous streams that we were messing around with Spaceship Warlock, which is one of the first CD-ROM adventure games, and the dev was actually kind of clever when they did that, and they basically just figured out all the cutscenes, or like all the bits in the cutscenes where there'd be a CD loading time, and they just go, all right, just load the next file, and they'd factor in the fact that there'd be like a 3-second wait. So if you play the game even on kind of like any kind of emulated hardware, the cutscenes will just rocket past at like, you know, way too quickly. So, and yeah, we ended up kind of like hacking around that by just adding in like a fake CD delay, which gets turned off whenever you click the mouse. So basically, if you're moving around in the game world, then you don't trigger CD mode. But if you just hang around waiting for like 2 seconds, then every movie change in the game pretends that it's coming off a 1-speed CD drive, which works a lot better than it should, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah, just one of the many fun examples of a Windows 3.1 game which just said, you know what? Hardware is never going to get any faster than this. Just run it at full tilt, and that's going to be fast enough. Okay. Oh, and this is the other postcard. I think you get 2. Dear Agnes, I am revolted and shocked by the depravity of this dreadful island. I was told by the nice man at the computer store that this was a reservoir of classic values. It's a reservoir, alright. Coming home. Aunt Hattie. Okay. Well, I think we're just kind of doomed to stay here on the postcard screen, because... yeah, we can only, like... Oh, there we go. And then we... yeah, we crashed the game again. Why did it not find a cast member for 99? Because there's a cast member called... yeah, there's a... cast member 99 is a digital video, so it should have found that. But our lovely detection routine was not able to find it, which is very disappointing. So what happened there? Oh, was it checking? No, it should have been checking the default one. No, it's not in the default one. It just checks for any cast member that's numbered 99. Great. Good system. Good system. Okay. I see. So it checks for the very first match for 99. Which is very cool. Very cool that we got to add another terrible hack for that. Where did I put... yes, I put it here. Okay. So we go get cast member by ID. Member? Int member? Okay. So we need yet another one of these, which... oh yeah, and this would have to scrub through everything, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. It absolutely would have to scrub through everything. I think we can be kind of more dodgy about it. So we'll just assume that it's this one. Right, and get cast member. Yeah, alright. This guy. This is the guy. So we'll do guest cast member. Oh, and only okay. We'll just say member ID. And then change this to be ID. And then go back to here. Right, that's done, which then means we can go back to here and fix the built-in for that. Last member ID by member. Yep, alright, that's all nice. Oh, and we would have to change that. Oh no, because we've already got the library sorted out. So that should, yeah, that should be everything. Okay, so we'll sort that out. Okay. Oh, Kinnikus Dragon says the game. Oh, like Sand Warriors runs at full tilt only in the shell. The in-game engine actually has an upper limit and it's very low upper limit too. The game will refuse to tick faster than